Good afternoon, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today I've got a watch unboxing for you, and this is an Orient watch, and I'm still searching for the best mechanical watch for the money, and Orient is a heck of a brand. Could very well be one of the best value watch companies out there right now. I'm pretty late to the dance, but I'm glad to get my hands on one finally. Let's get started. So, best value mechanical watch. This one is going to be in the class of best value dress value watch. This is none other than the Orient Bambino Small Seconds mechanical watch. And the model number is RAAP0002S10A. Doesn't necessarily roll off the tongue, but it looks like we've already rolled off the pillow here. And this is how it was shipped to me. So a little bit of a bumpy ride for this watch, but everything looks in order, looks well preserved and wrapped for shipment. And pretty nice presentation. I would have liked it to have been a little bit more secure to that pillow, but looks like it got here okay. Let's get this plastic off of the mineral crystal. Would have loved to have seen sapphire, but at the price point of around $215, as of this recording, it's hard to argue with what you're getting, and it looks wonderful so far. Pricing is subject to change, and I know they've had some price increases lately. I will leave a link in the description. But wonderful first impression so far. Let's throw up some specs real quick and take a look at what you are getting with this watch. Is this the perfect size? It's 40.5 millimeter stainless steel case. We mentioned mineral rounded box glass on that crystal. Automatic 24 joule in-house movement. It's the F6-222. It is made in Japan by Orient. Self/hand winding and hacking. It features that signature seconds sub-dial there. Water resistance 30 meters. Has those Arabic numerals at the 12, 3, 6, and 9. You have beautiful silver hour and minute hands combined with the applied bar index, giving you sort of that mix between a classic modern take on a very good looking watch that can be dressed up or down. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Let's get this thing off the pillow and get a closer look at that brown leather band. It does have sort of an alligator pattern to it stamped in. Flipping it over, we see our lug width is 21 millimeters, so very interesting. We do have an exhibition case back. Let me get the plastic off of this and we'll get a closer look. And I can see we do not have a screw-on case back. It does appear to be a pressed-on case back. Again, we mentioned 30 meters of water resistance. We do have a signed rotor there and a good-looking in-house movement. So I love what I'm seeing so far. This watch has a lot of character to it. It's simple, straightforward, but there's some really cool elements to this watch. I mean, everything from the 21 millimeter lug width to the in-house movement. I love the finish, and there's just a lot of character in this simple package. We do have a signed buckle. Let's get the rest of this unboxing done and get a closer look at this watch. Have a nice heavy-duty plastic hang tag with our model number on it. Let's scoot this to the side and take a look at our signed, high-polished buckle on this interesting watch band. As we get our unboxing complete, let's go ahead and finish up what's in the box. And it looks like we do have a warranty packet here. We have a 1-year warranty from Orient. And looks like a manual, so very nice. Good to see paperwork with our watches. I really appreciate that. And that is everything that's in our box. Unboxing complete. All right, let's get everything out of the way. Get the desk cleared off and dig into this watch a little bit closer. And we'll wrap this one up. I'm going to make this a fast one this time. Yeah, right. Let's get a closer look at that lovely white bomber style dial. And I love the silver of the hands and the indices, as well as the applied Orient logo. And then, of course, we see our small seconds hand sub-dial. The crown is signed, and there's some beautiful brushing happening on the sides of the case and lugs. And there's just some interesting character to this watch. It's simple on the surface, but you start looking at the side elements. It's definitely a modern classic design. less is definitely more here, so I'm loving what I'm seeing. What do you think? So as mesmerized as I am about the appearance of this watch, I almost forgot to wind it and get this thing set. It's all about the movement here. And what a wonderful feeling hand wind. Very tactile, very smooth. Got just the right amount of resistance there to that wind. And with this movement, probably about 50 or so winds or turns of that crown should get us to that threshold of 40-hour power reserve. And you can see our second hand is now sweeping. And of course, it is a mechanical movement. It's going to be very smooth. And just giving you that wonderful character to this watch. The watch is now rolling. As we zoom in and take a closer look at our unguarded crown, again, this is more of a dressier watch. It is a push-pull crown, no screw-down crown, but it's got a nice little grip to it, and it's a two-step segment. The first step is going to be our date. If we roll it to the right or clockwise, we will advance the date. And as you can see, it's very responsive. And I always like to go to the day before and then go ahead and pull out our final step to the time. And we're turning this clockwise back towards us to sweep and advance the time clockwise. So a little counterintuitive there. And we'll advance the time to make sure that we're on the right date. And once we're there, we will dial in our time exactly. And again, you can see this, our second hand small subdial has stopped because we are hacking that with our pullout. So you can really dial in precise time. And what better watch to synchronize precise time than a G-Shock GWM 5610? With atomic timekeeping, it is self-adjusting, so I can really trust that I'm nailing the time here as I synchronize these two watches. All right, our time is set, and I just can't stop staring at this watch. I love the high polished bezel and the high polished top line on the lugs. It just sort of accentuates this timepiece and those silver hands. But you can see that small seconds hands, depending on where our hour and minute hands are, aren't always going to be the most legible. But that's what this watch is all about. It's that small second hand dial, and I really like it. I think it's a really cool element, and this watch has a ton of character. Let's go ahead and confirm our dimensions. We are at 40.5 millimeters on our case diameter, and that's running the 3 to the 9 straight across the dial. Lug to lug, we're right at 46 millimeters. Our case height's a little higher than I thought. It's 12.3 millimeters with that pronounced mineral crystal. All right, on the scale, we are just under 2 ounces, 1.98 ounces. Grams for my friends overseas, we are at 57 grams. So not a heavy watch at all. So you may be asking, why is my Olight in my hand right now? Because I really wanted to show you the lume. But guess what? I'm just kidding. There is no lume on this watch. But we didn't buy it for the lume. Again, this is more of a dressier, modern, classic, analog watch. And if you're looking for lume, that may be a deal breaker for you, but I'm not missing it. I love those silver hands and the silver bars and numerals, and I think if you had to paint them, it would take away from some of the charm of this watch. Just my opinion. All right, so this could be the ultimate 2-watch collection here. I have my G-Shock GWM 5610, and it is such an awesome watch. I've been wearing the heck out of it lately, but you have that awesome watch with our Orient Bambino small seconds hand, and we've got a great 2-watch collection here. What do you think? Just putting them side by side so you can get a little perspective on the sizing, but you could cover a lot of ground with just these 2 watches and a couple of different watch bands and straps. Just saying. And of course, we got to put this watch on. That's what it's all about. Wearing these cool watches And let's wrap this video up as we fasten our Bambino small seconds hand. Oh yes, that's a perfect fit right there. And I'm really liking this watch a lot. I think it's the perfect size. I think any bigger, it would definitely be too big for me and my 6 3/4 inch wrists. But this watch can be business, can be work, school, play, or formal. Again, you get a couple of different watch bands for this thing, and you've got quite a watch in your arsenal. What do you think? All right, folks, so there it is, my first ever Orient watch, and I am not unhappy with it. It is awesome. It's simple, it's charming, and it's really interesting, and I love it so far. So I highly recommend you check one of these out. I think this is a lot of watch for the money. There's a lot that can happen with dressing this up, changing the straps out. You can dress it down. You can be formal with it. A lot of versatility here. Only downside would be if you really want lume on an analog watch, you're not finding it here. If you want drilled lugs, you're not going to get that. Outside of those couple of issues, no screw down crown, no screw down case back. Everything else is just a win for me, and I'm loving this watch. That's what I got for this time, folks. Let me know your thoughts. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.